Okay, so I'm going to do a little clutter tutorial here. So I know sometimes it can be a little difficult to figure out. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to turn Move Objects on. In this case, I already had it on, so I'm going to turn it back on. And so we have some stuff out that I'm going to use to clutter this area. In fact, just to make it, I don't know, a little nicer to put in the things that we need, I'm going to add a few things here. Add another counter piece so that I can put a stove in. So I can show you how I do that as well. So obviously here I'm going to put my stove, and I don't want to have one of these stoves that has the tall backsplash. So when you look at it from the back, you can see it. Also, there's a little gap. That would go with pretty much any stove. I'm going to use this one from Snowy Escape. I'm going to place that in, but I'm going to go into overhead camera so that I can place this with no gap. Just going to hold down Alt, pull it back into this recess here. And so that way we have our stove in the middle of the island. And now to commence with the cluttering. So, as I said, you're going to want to have Move Objects on to do any of this. First thing you're going to want to do if you want to clutter up a counter space is wherever you're going to want to move the counter out of the way. So what I usually do is I'll set out on the counters all the items that I think I'm going to use to clutter it. I do this so that they are already at the right height to sit on a counter. So let's say I want to start by putting some things on top of my microwave. I'm going to move that out of the way. And I know just from doing this that anything I move up is probably going to need 4 clicks of Control 9 to sit in the right place. Place it just temporarily to check the fit, and that's right on top. So again, I'm going to move the counter with the microwave out of the way. And now that I know that this is at the right height, I'm going to set it a little bit on an angle. Let's say I want to get these guys on there as well. I'm going to put one down here, move them also into place, hold down Alt and move it around to change the positioning so you can freely rotate it. And now you've got a couple things up on the microwave that will not interfere with the use of the microwave. So then I can, let's say, place this plate. Again, I'm going to use the cursor to move the counter out of the way. I'm going to move my plate into the position that I want it in. And maybe put this flower base right next to it, right there. I also like to do something with this basket here where I put it in the center. I use this plant, which is from the Paranormal pack, and I'm going to size down this bowl of fruit. Again, we're moving counter out of the way. Now we're going to place our little items that we had out. Size that down some. Oh, a little too much. And place that in there behind the bananas. And now got a cute little basket with some stuff in it. I've also done it where I just have the basket with a bowl of fruit only in it, so it looks like the fruit is sitting just in the basket, which you can do in the same way. Move that out of the way. Size our fruit back up and place it so that the bowl is going to nest inside of the basket. And now you have a cute little basket of fruit. So now we have that. On islands, it's just the same. You're going to move your counter out of the way. Say we want to put a little spice rack in there. We'll take one of the spice racks, a couple of them. Set them on the counter so that they have the right height. Then just using Alt, you're going to place it. It's usually a little bit easier to place it from up top because then things are less likely to snap to the counters on the side. So we can do that. So we move this piece out as well. We can use our little pastry dome. Put that right there. You want your utensils near your stove. Grab a knife block. Same thing, set it on the counter. Face the knives toward the stove. Put it on a cheeky little angle there. And then you can move your counters back in. Now you've got some clutter on your island. And then this little guy can set right there. We can move our counter out again and place this guy kind of behind and to the side. Maybe size it down. Just like that. Now you have a nice cluttered kitchen counter area. If you have any questions or if there's anything else that you would like to see how to clutter on the counters, just let me know.